some importance. And here it is. For business organization and for customers both. For business organization, accessibility. Yes, absolutely. Accessibility. I mean, business organization have some ways and their strategies to make some business strategy, make some more inventive, make more successful. So by this accessibility option, the developers can think upon that what accessibility should be there to make it more comfortable to you know to spread it to the yeah, spread it to the market in more logical way. Then loyalty and customer retention. Okay, whenever you are going through any particular option over there, you have submitted option, you have submitted your views, whatever the customers have submitted their views, the customers have submitted their feedback, anything. It is automatically stored. It is automatically stored, has been stored to the database, and it has bend automatically stored to the backend side as well. The visibility, the simple logic is the visibility power here. Even being a new by being the newly generated even being the new developers, let me clarify you in a more specific way. Being the new developers over there, you can clearly check the visibility, you can clearly go through the ideas, you can clearly understand what are the basic ideas behind that. So the brand recognition, obviously the design part will be there, the advanced design part will be there. React is absolutely there. Even JavaScript, all the browsers are supporting the JavaScript, right? So React Native is basically the JavaScript framework. So obviously, by design part, we are going through the brand recognition as well. And this is the one-stop interaction platform. In a single page application, we have several bindings over there. We can create our code in a single page, and we can navigate through other pages from that parent component. We have already gone through the OOPS concept of interface, right? So basically, from the parent component to the child component, we can go through a single click application. For the customer, it's all are same, easy to use. Obviously, the app or the web. Basically, I'm talking about the React Native, so the app. The app is created through the React Native. So basically, for the customer, it is easy to use. There will be no buffering, there will be no refreshing, anything. Instant notification, obviously. When we do have already the idea of being notified about some. Let me go through an example of a cab booking system. Whenever you have booked a cab, there will be a notification that your cab is on the way. Your cab will be there within the next couple of minutes. With the instant notification. For this instant notification, there will be no buffering. Different apps, different benefits. Obviously, you can create any type of apps using this, using this technology. For the JavaScript, you can use all the groceries app, all the household app, all the business logical apps, all the social media, and all the game. Everything depends on this JavaScript and the React Native app development world as well. Time effectiveness, one of the most important features of React Native for both the businesses and both the customers and both the developers. The time effectiveness is simple and logical. Whenever you are creating an application within and making this a single page application, obviously the time will be there. The time will be a little, there will be a time effectiveness, and you obviously need a lot. You obviously save there a lot of times. Information on fingertips. Application means what? Basically, for going through the web view, you need to open your browser, and for the app, you can directly go through all the information, all the web views and all the web browsers that are having apps, and the companies, businesses also. You can go through in a single click application or through the application. Okay, going through the next slide. So right now I'm discussing about the benefits of React Native app development by one point. Okay. The first, obviously, the providing cross-platform mobile app development. I mean, a single or a single code, a single development code for both Android and iOS apps. With React Native framework, we can use the same code for building Android and iOS apps. There will be no dependency that there we need to submit another permissions or different code language, different programming language prerequisites should be there for building. No, there will be a single and same code for building both Android and iOS apps. It means having the same level of performance without any extra charges and any extra effective time, right? We can develop a mobile application for our business in a short time. We don't need other languages like Swift, as I already told you earlier, the C++ or Java. For the native base, we need to go through these programming languages for building Android or iOS, but React Native doesn't need that. The only thing we need is a JavaScript developer with deep knowledge in native UI libraries, APIs, and hybrid mobile app development. That's all. Coming to the second, making easy transformation of a web page into a mobile app. Having fragmented modules and intuitive code overlays, React Native gives a clear and proper interface, which makes it very easy for a developer to understand the sequence of codes running by the app. Obviously, you can check there are a lot of websites over there, right? But when you are transforming this web page into a single page application, more logically we can say that in a single page application app through mobile, obviously this is more time effective. Okay, we do not need to go through a lot of codes. We do not need to go through a large number of sequence and codes. We just need to go through that particular code that has been developed on a single page. So it's not required to get a code developer team to have access to the app. Only one single developer who is absolutely responsible there for all the functionalities. Let me go through the API functionalities or API integration over here. If you are responsible to integrate any API, you can check the functionalities. Just for giving you an example, the login, the sign up, the forgot password, both are having the same functionality, right? We need to create a particular profile to go into our profile, right? So you can check on a single developer. It is not a very time consuming. A single developer or a single programmer will be there, and he can be there to check all the functionalities. Errors, and he or she can resolve the same without any inconvenience found. So in the era of changing employees and looking beyond boundaries, we can easily adjust as per the developer. Absolutely. And the situation will not cause trouble in the development of an application, as I told you. So coming to the 3, working as a native app. Most apps are deeply attached to their native platform. Native platform means what? If you are creating an Android application, it is absolutely deeply attached to the Java or to the Kotlin, right? It is if similar like that. If you are creating a iOS application, so it is totally, the base is totally depends on the Objective C, and the functionality part is related to the Swift language. Absolutely. This is called the native platforms. People tend to overlook WebView system components when using hybrid mobile application development. Yes. So WebView means these are the native apps which have some dependencies over there. So whenever you are creating Android, whenever you are creating iOS, you need to go through more than one programming languages. You need to have the knowledge about that. And people in this era of technology, in this era of hybrid technology and modern technology, people have the tendency to overlook this, right? So to overcome this, we have this React Native as a hybrid mobile application. That's why this is called the hybrid. Every code can be compared with React for both Android and iOS, obviously. Due to having only few institutions, it works efficiently and reacts more quickly to ever conjunction. The basic units of React Native are open to fulfilling every requirement for a mobile gadget. Due to this, it functions in a lucrative way in a mobile environment. Obviously, we can check there are a lot of some others, even JavaScript has so many other frameworks that are used to build mobile applications as well. But first of all, the community. The second, the time. And third, the hybrid functionality. The easiest, let me clarify you in more precisely, the easiest hybrid functionality that React Native is having. Okay, coming to the next. Okay. So if we are discussing about what is the future over here, so this is the answer. React Native mobile app development has a bright future in it. It is because the user-friendly manual and timely assorted framework can't be ignored by any developer. Absolutely. Whenever you are developing some codes, any developer or any human being always want that this has to be done within the given timeline, or this needs to be done within a shortened period of time, right? Shortest span of time. So React Native is doing so. And for this, for this reason, this is thoroughly acceptable. I mean, more than 70% community. Within a short period of time, it has gained over the app development market. As for Facebook, I mean the creator, it will stay for a long time in the market. The framework is being developed day by day, making all problems go away. Now we don't need to learn different languages and craft complicated and complex code any longer, because using React Native we can easily craft anything. Yes, I mean technology is increasing and technology is updating day by day. If we can, let me give you an example. We have the navigation in a particular app. Whenever we are changing a screen from, just like an example, from home screen to profile screen, okay, we need to go through the navigation option. Even React is having so, but in the updating mind of technology, the React libraries and React Native framework is having the Redux, and Redux is currently constantly updating itself. So in a single page, if you are going, if in a tab bar, if we can consider all the pages in a tab bar and can manage this within a single click application, then it's absolutely time effective, right? So React is doing so. Okay, this is basically especially for all of you, why React Native is a great career starter for new developers. Learning the most popular framework can lead to high paying opportunities. I mean, just develop in the way back, just developed in 7 or 8 years back is 2015. So obviously this is a new popular framework, and good salary package and high demand. Obviously the main funders over here, and having the right knowledge of React Native, this new technology offers you a good package in the market, as well as it builds your career. This is really a good option for you. As it is new and most demanding in the market, the React Native developers are also in demand. Even if you can check, if you can go through a lot of surveys over there in the internet or in any other sources. Even the React Native, and you can check, even the React Native developers get up to $500 per an hour by some companies. This is basically the last year survey from the US companies out there. So some market leaders, obviously, without these names, the list cannot be completed. Here is a list of market leaders who are using React Native for building their application. I mean, the source is absolutely on the top. The Facebook right now is having the name of Meta, Tesla, Skype, Instagram, SoundCloud Pulse, Uber Eats, Walmart, Facebook Ads Manager, Airbnb, the Bloomberg, the Baidu Mobile, and the Pinterest. And all this in all this web view or all this app, you can check there will be no buffering, there will be no refreshing option, there will be no refreshing over there whenever you are going through a different navigation in between these apps. Okay, so the one of the topmost advantage, another advantage is that the community of React Native and the ecosystem of this. One of the things that why I mentioned here, one of the things to consider when choosing a new framework is the community around it. I mean, let me tell you that what is the community. Whenever you are coding something, whenever you are doing a complex work, a complex development, you always need the helping hand. It can be possible that the seniors there are not been even that much capable enough to help you in a particular way. Then there is the question arrives, the community. Then there the community arrives. The community means the worldwide developers under a single umbrella. You can ask several questions to them. You can directly share the the profile and the snippets over there, and you can directly ask them to help you around. So this is basically called the community, or this is more logically we can say the social network side of developers. And today in this world, the React community is the largest among all of them. Community in open source projects are all the developers that use it, ask questions, discuss, or contribute to these projects. Yes, you can work here as a freelancer too. If your work can be highly appreciated by any other developers, if your ideas are highly appreciated by any other developers, you can directly join to their work, or you can directly join to their ideas by this largest community. I have already mentioned the example. React has over 155k stars on GitHub. Every star is a developer over there. So you can check more than 1 lakh developers in a single code versioning tool that is known as GitHub. Basically, stars mean the verified. I mean, if you are checking the surveys of non-verified, there will be more than enough. So GitHub means code versioning tools. Here you can share your code. Here you can update your codes, pull and push your codes, and you can simply ask for the help. You can simply ask for the better option, or you can simply update your code through this code versioning tools. And its large community makes it easy to obvious. You can make your code private or public through the GitHub. You can make your application through private or public, and people or the senior developer or the especially the main parts. I mean the community. I mean the main heads over there. They can comment here too. So find solutions to issues that you are facing. Obviously, I have mentioned. Find third-party plugins and extension to build new features. Let me give you an example. If you are going through an audio listening app, there will be, you can search by using libraries audio. Obviously you need to use some libraries over there in your code. You can search or you can check. There are lots of libraries, and you will be literally confusing that what should I use here. So by this community, by this React community, and by this GitHub community, if you ask something, there will be a number of weekly downloads you will be getting. Obviously, the more weekly downloads will be there, you will be going to that particular library, right? So this is the basic question of helping out each other. So keep the project alive through contributions. As I already told you, that in a single page, in a single base, there are lots of number of developers who can work on the single base. There are free and premium React themes as well that we can use to build new projects more quickly. You can find advanced input or UI components to build new features a lot faster. And we can also use advanced components to improve performance thanks to the large community around the project. There are many things we won't have to build ourselves, but instead we can use battle-tested open source packages to save development time. To be completely fair, Vue and Angular, other two frameworks from the JavaScript itself, have quite large communities as well. So this benefit is not limited to React, but it is in fact the most popular and has the largest community out of three. As I already mentioned, there's more than the 70% people are already there in the lab in this community. So this is the largest. So okay, last but not the least about React Native. Every JavaScript framework is having its own official website, so that React Native too. In this website, here we can go through the basics, we can go through the documentation and lots more. You will never face any challenges regarding the installation, regarding the setup, regarding the fast knowledge, regarding the tutorials, and regarding the development, and regarding the implementation of libraries as well. This official documentation is having such things. You can go through the documentation, lots more. So basically the first question is, what are we waiting for? Let's dive into this technology and explore a new world. Let me give you a code snippet. I mean how easy and how simple this could be. For basically, we all know that first we always go through for any tutorial or for any programming language, whenever we are learning, the first knowledge will be just the hello world, right? Let me go through the example. This is, we can, in the second line, you can clearly check the text model. For the HTML, we have some tags and elements, right? The view, text, we can directly import it from the React Native, and we can import the same in the React and export. Export means what? We are currently extend something from the parent component to the child component, right? Basically the concept of oops. So we can use that directly. For any other programming language, for any other application, whichever you are creating through the Objective-C or through the Java, we always need to mention the functionalities of parent component. Then we need to extend the functionalities of child. But in React, we can directly extend from the basic component, which is React.component. So by going through the render and return a simple page, thank you and happy coding. Okay. So that's all from my side, sir. you have any queries, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
if
sure. This is wonderful, Rajeshri. Like appreciated. Okay, the kind of because these entrants in the sense they are the fresher beginners and they want to start their career. They almost everyone knows about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, but as you know that mobile app development need to be set as a career nowadays because like the total app development requirements are more, and then we all are the using mobile. So obviously, okay, every industry, everyone needs an app version, and what we understood that React Native produces uh, hybrid or one can say cross-platform app development. Okay, so that like one guy can able to code and able to produce iOS and Android builds as well, right? Okay, so the forum is open for the queries, but like okay, before that, I'll be reading to ask some queries from their end, Rajeshri. When you start your mobile app career, okay, what need to be as a beginner need to be set as a attitude towards coding and the learning process. If you can guide these like freshers that okay, how to motivate yourself and how to code and like from where to take the assistance, how not to get frustrated and like okay overall, because like this phase before getting any good opportunity, it's like obviously it's a frustrating phase for everyone. So how to keep motivate yourself and like how to explore and how to present yourself so that you can get more opportunities from the industry, Rajeshri.
yes, sir, basically, if we are talking about being motivated, so if you have the knack or if you have the courage, or basically I can say the courage and knack. So we are using the mobiles and we are using functionalities of different app. We all are absolutely aware about the social networking side nowadays, right? So when basically we developers, the first question that coming to our mind is how this app has been created or how this app has been made. So a lot of functionalities over there. I mean, day by day the apps are updating itself, right? For Facebook, first there will be no first in the Facebook, we can check that there was no video uploading and video features. Next, it is having next features has been included, that is called live, right? So every day newly features are added day by day. So how this is happening, the map. So whenever we are trying to get into the deeper knowledge and whenever we are trying to get through the ideas, the first thing that comes to our mind that how this app has been developed. So there is for the developer, this is basically the first question, obviously, and the first and foremost question. This is the developing of this app. This is the, I mean, for this particular example, I mean, app is looks absolutely fascinating, absolutely wonderful, and absolutely it all comes with a beauty. So how this beauty is being developed. So if this question has arrived in your mind, you are on the right way to start your career as React Native. Obviously, we should always go for the higher opportunities, higher ideas, and for the higher and with the technology which is having the higher on demand nowadays, right, sir?
Perfect, perfect. Rajeshri, if you like to give them the details, how you are developing an apps means like the what is the system development like from where you get that UI means like the first page will be producing an UI. The UI designers give you that UI, and after that you will be developing the screens and then adding the code and all these stuff. So, okay, can you able to give them the overall SDLC of app development?
Yes, sure, sir. Software development life cycle, or the SDLC, right? The SDLC is having what? SDLC is not only related to the development of a particular software. Basically, here we are talking about the React Native. So basically, I'm mentioning the word as app. So what? Only the development of this app? No. The first thing we need to, even let me give you the example of mine. I mean, how I'm working. First, we are getting the ideas. We are getting the ideas of developing a particular app. Let me give you the example of taking the example of Instagram. We are getting the ideas of Instagram like social media, right? We need to develop this app. First, the design part. Design part means what? The designers, the dedicated designers, or even the front-end developers can be able to work as a designer as well. Because for building the React Native application, you must have the knowledge of some JavaScript, the language of the internet or web. So JavaScript and the HTML and CSS, these are the basic prerequisites for starting a career on front-end development. And HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are absolutely easy enough to learn within a couple of days. So first we need to go to the HTML, basic ideas of HTML and CSS, and the design part has been created by these technologies. Okay. So first the design, I mean, for taking the example of Instagram, the home page design. After the photo uploaded, what will be the UI there, the design for that particular tool. After the video uploaded, how I will be capable. I will be capable enough to play that. Sorry, not capable enough. How I will be able to play the video by a single button or not. That design, the profile design, the email and other verification that needs to be done for that design. So basically, these are the design that has to be created in a HTML, CSS, or Bootstrap, or so many other frameworks over there. So that has to be created by this technology. Okay, these are the first step. I'm taking this example as software development access. SDLC is the basic things that comes to your mind, obviously. So these are the design. The design has been approved, and after the design has been approved, then what we need to do? We need to go through the steps one by one. Yes, just like an example, for home page, this will be the home page. If you are clicking this button, the profile page should be open. If you are clicking this button, the update profile page should be open, right? The navigation. We should have the simple navigation of a particular life cycle of an app. Okay, I mean, this screen needs to be there after this screen. If you're clicking this icon, or if you're clicking this navigation, we need to navigate to the second screen, and second screen should be renamed as this. So after these are the basic prerequisites that a front-end developer should do. By clicking this, the front-end developers are absolutely there, who is responsible for navigating this. Even navigation option is the what I can say is absolutely the interesting part in building or developing React Native applications, the navigating part. So we are navigating this UI designs, and after that, when the design part and navigating part all has been done, then there comes the functionality part. The app is having some functionality, right? You are logging into some system, you are logging out from some system, right? You are posting something there, you are submitting your queries to any forum, you are probably going through a live video. So there should be some functionalities, and you are making it limited to some other person, to some people. You are making it public, you are making it more than you are making it only you, or making it private. There should be some functionalities. Then there comes the backend ideas that directly been implemented through the front-end developers as well. The backend developers are actually there with implementing the application. We all know the application programming interface, right? The APIs. The API is just the pathway between the backend and the frontend. I mean, it is working like a bridge. Basically, APIs is having some URLs, the uniform resource locator, and by uniform, what is exactly the URLs, right? If you are submitting some URLs, the URLs is exactly there to take us to the particular way and particular website or particular path in a server. So APIs are working just like the same. I mean, whenever we are creating a profile in an app by going through the sign up option, then what we are doing, we are creating a new profile. Every time we are going through the sign up, we are creating a new profile to the database. Okay, so For connecting the database with our app, we need a bridge, or we need a connector, we need a medium. The APIs are working like this. They all are medium, and they all are allowing to connect us through the backend, where we keep our records more privately and more secure. Even we can, or we all know the how we can delete, push and pop the data from Adyen from the database as well. We can go through the same thing. We can actually we can play with our apps if we are the developer. So we can check the functionalities, we can use the app, and we can even change the app according to our choice as well. So the second part, these are the functionalities, and after that, in the development life cycle, we need to get the feedback from the client, who is absolutely responsible for making the app. We need to get the feedback from the client that yes, it is okay, these functionalities are okay, these design parts are okay. Every section in the app development life cycle is absolutely depending upon the feedbacks as well. And apart from that, the live, making an app live, which has been done or which has been developed totally from your side, is the absolutely acceptable, or absolutely the, it's like a victory. It's like lifting a trophy, winner's trophy. You are making your first app live, you are making your apps live. The App Store and Google Play Store is giving us the permissions to make our app live, and making we are we are actually opening the gates of our app, of people, of asking the whole world to access our app. This is absolutely a tremendous moment. So we are opening it, and not our duties are not over yet. The app is live, people are using their app, people, we are getting feedbacks related to this, and we developers are absolutely there to work on that feedbacks. I mean, there's a unique idea is coming from a particular customer side. So it's a yes, obviously it's a challenging one, and apart from alongside, it is absolutely the most important part. Want to develop the same develop the features that has been coming that are coming that is coming as a feedback or as a comments as well. So basically the maintenance part, last but not the least, the maintenance part of that particular app. It's our child, just like it's our child, it's our extends from our components. So basically we should be responsible there to maintenance of that particular app. So this whole process, I mean, from the design part, from the navigation part, from the functionalities part, and from the quality teams, and from checking it from the quality team or from the client side, and last but not the least, sorry, before that, and making it live to the people, to the public, to the whole world, and last but not the least, the maintenance part. This all processes are known together as the software development life cycle, right? So SDLC is absolutely the main things here in React Native development, and not only React Native, is the overall process of a software development.
This
And
is
apart from
perfect. Yeah, this is perfect, Rajesh. You explain and elaborate the things very well. Okay, in the app development, first of all, the UI need to be approved because as per the features expected by the client. Okay, UI designing, develop the UI, and then it has the developers role starts. And then first of all, we have to develop the screens, and then APIs need to be integrated. What is API? That Rajesh very well explained to you. It's a functionality code written in the server side, and it able to manipulate the database. That APIs need to be, as an app developer, that APIs need to be tested for the responses, and then we need to integrate that, implement them in the code, and then finally, once every functionality and the features will be completed, we have to test it and make it live. That is good elaborations of all the phases by Rajeshri. Actually, one more thing, what kind of challenges you are getting, like considering as a app developer, what kind of challenges you will get every day, and how you can resolve this? And obviously, okay, because everyone have to keep in mind that we have a great career, we have to establish a great career ahead in the software development. So what kind of challenges you are facing and how you are overcoming them.
Yes, absolutely, sir. You know, as a developer, or more than I can say that as a software engineers, we need to upgrade. We need to upgrade even, and we need to upgrade ourselves day by day. So the challenges means, the comments or the functionalities first that comes to my mind. Even a app is having, your app is having some different functionalities, and your mind can introduce a different ideas in a particular, in a different day, right? So you are creating your own app, you are implementing more ideas to that. For ideas, we need to make that particular API, or we need to make that application programming interface or bridge to that way. We need to instruct that bridge that you should go to that way to make this function or make this feature more alive, right? So basically, the first the challenges is absolutely the functionalities. But to overcome these challenges, I have already mentioned that React has the largest community. So you will get at least a positive answer related to this challenge, that how to overcome this situation, or how to overcome this. Yeah, it will be taking some time. Maybe it will be taking some time, but it is. But there will be a positive resolution regarding this. Obviously, you can check it this resources through internet too. You can check these remarks of mine. I mean, the community related to the community of React in this internet too. That the community is so big that you will absolutely get any positive resolution regarding this without any inconvenience whatsoever. Yeah, sir. Hello.
Yeah. What is your ambition? The last one. What is your ambition and where you find yourself after 5 years, Rajeshwari?
Yes, absolutely. Sir, this is the utmost question that comes to a developer mind who is absolutely clear starting his or her career as a software developer. So basically, as a technology freak, we should call ourselves the technology freak. So everybody wants to see himself or herself the successful one on that particular technology stack in the upcoming years. So by going through the several functionality, by going through the several tasks day by day, I just want to see myself the update one. I just want to see myself the not the best but not the least at least. I want to see myself in the upcoming years as a successful developer in this. At least even that successful that my mind should say that yes, this functionality can be done. I mean, even can do anything. They can actually play with their app, right? Already I mentioned. So being in the upcoming years, this technology is not going to be the worst. As Facebook already mentioned, this technology is here to take the market in a huge time. So I'm actually there. I want to see myself the successful part in this upcoming years. I want to see myself in the successful sea of this technology, in this in this technology sea in the upcoming years, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Hope you guys get all the stuffs related to the React Native. It's a mobile app development platform, and at the same time, the prerequisite is you should through with the JavaScript, and if you have a knowledge of React for the web development, that will be the handy. But like every possible toolkit for the assistance is available on the internet. At the same time, the official website. So just like Rajesh said, he learn, explore all the things of his own, and now he able to establish himself as a React Native app developer. So kudos for him, and then we wish him the best in the career. And if you have any questions, guys, you can go ahead and ask to Rajesh. Do you have any questions, guys? I will.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I believe every possible questions what they are having in the mind and already covered in the sessions. It's wonderful sessions, Rajeshri, and
Yeah,
uh,
thank you, sir.
I wish okay that the best for you okay in your career ahead, and all the best for all of you. Thank you, guys. I'm wonder like this session is really
Thank you
wonderful.
all.
and hope it will be help you for the best software career. Yes, Rajeshri.
Yes, that's all from my side. And thank you